The luxury watch market isn't just ticking along, it's actually hitting a bit of turbulence. The Watches of Switzerland Group, a titan in the realm of Rolex and Omega, has seen its stock plummet by 40% this past year. Meanwhile, in China, where luxury watches used to fly off the shelves, demand has dropped by a jaw-dropping 50%. This slump isn't just a wrinkle in time, it's prompting a rethink of retail strategies, the grey market, and the playbook for leading brands as we tick into 2025. And then there's Rolex, traditionally a synonym for wait your turn. Curiously, those legendary waitlists are getting shorter, even though it's becoming tougher to find an unworn Rolex. What gives? It's a cocktail of consumer shifts, market tweaks, and Rolex's strategic shuffling. Seems like while everyone's been lining up for the latest model, Rolex might be quietly changing the rules of the game. Welcome back to Opulent Oasis. Today, we're dissecting these twists in the tale to figure out what they mean for collectors and investors. Stick with us as we wind through the changing times in the luxury watch world, because when it comes to high-end horology, it looks like the only sure thing is surprise. Luxury watches rewrite the rules of the game. The Watches of Switzerland Group is really feeling the heat, with their revenue down by 10% from last year and stock prices taking a dramatic 38% nosedive. For a heavyweight like them, these aren't just hiccups, but potential game changers. They're battening down the hatches and scaling back on revenue forecasts for the next year, pointing fingers at economic squalls in crucial markets like China. Once the darling of the luxury watch market, China has suddenly turned chilly, with demand halving recently. This left many brands who had placed big bets on perpetual growth scrambling to find new cash cows and fresh faces to sell to. The grey market, once a lucrative playground for flipping Rolexes at dizzying markups, has taken a hit too. After price tags on some models rose by 4% last year, flipping isn't the moneymaker it used to be. Now most Rolexes are lounging around at prices below retail, marking a big shift from the previous buying frenzy. Pause for a moment. Why not join our Opulent Oasis community? Hit subscribe to stay in the loop. Now let's continue our journey, looking ahead to 2025. Stumbling upon a brand new, unworn Rolex in the grey market might be as likely as finding an honest politician. The buy and flip model is fading into the sunset, pushing would-be buyers toward authorized dealers. As this avenue narrows, we may see a stabilization in prices, easing the cutthroat competition. The luxury watch landscape is definitely getting a makeover. With the grey market cooling its jets and traditional retail sales flagging, brands are at a crossroads. They can't just rely on the old charms of exclusivity and well-worn paths of distribution. The industry needs a fresh playbook, maybe a little more jazz and a lot less old school, to navigate these evolving times effectively. Brands take control with direct-to-consumer strategy. The luxury watch scene is shaking off its old feathers as trailblazers like Audemars Piguet and Mille are ditching the middleman faster than a minute hand sweeps at midnight. They're diving headfirst into the direct-to-consumer (DTC) waters, making waves by bonding directly with their clientele. This isn't just about selling a timepiece, it's about creating an all-encompassing brand experience. By cutting out the traditional retail go-between, these companies can offer tailor-made service, exclusive sneak peeks, and a real sense of community that sticks with customers longer than a power reserve. Plus, steering clear of the middleman means they keep the reins on pricing and sidestep the grey market shenanigans. Not everyone's going full throttle with DTC, but many are blending this with a sprinkle of retail to keep things interesting and in control. This direct approach allows brands to gather invaluable first-hand customer data, which in turn fuels better product development and more personalized marketing strategies. Engaging directly with consumers also enables brands to respond swiftly to changing tastes and preferences, keeping them ahead in the highly competitive luxury market. Furthermore, by fostering closer relationships, these watchmakers enhance customer loyalty and increase the likelihood of repeat business. This strategy not only sets them apart in a crowded market, but also builds a foundation for long-term success as they adapt to the evolving landscape of luxury retail. Pre-owned market becomes the new goldmine. The pre-owned luxury watch market isn't just ticking along, it's exploded into a full-blown gold rush. Forward-thinking brands aren't sitting on the sidelines, they're jumping into the fray with certified pre-owned CPO programs. Think of it as a spa for watches, where old timepieces are pampered, primed, and primed to re-enter the watch world with a new lease on life. This strategy doesn't just open the treasure chest to a lucrative market, but also polishes the brand's image and cements customer loyalty. A slick CPO program keeps the luxury vibe alive without letting prices go haywire, preventing the market from turning into a discount bin. It's also a VIP pass for the budget-conscious aficionado, letting more people strap a bit of luxury to their wrist without the wallet-wilting price. Watchmakers hunt for growth in new territories. The luxury watch market is undergoing a vibrant transformation, shedding its traditional image for a fresher, younger look. It's no longer enough to rely solely on the allure of glamorous storefronts and glossy magazine ads. The game has changed. Now, it's about resonating with a digitally native audience, one that's more likely to swipe and scroll than stroll through high streets. Watchmakers are tapping into the digital pulse of younger buyers, developing strategies that integrate seamlessly into their online-centric lifestyles. They're not merely selling timepieces, they're curating experiences that slot perfectly into an Instagram story or a Twitter feed. As these brands look to broaden their appeal, they're also venturing into emerging markets where new legions of consumers are eager to indulge in luxury. To truly connect, watchmakers are tailoring their offerings with local nuances in mind, crafting region-specific collections and forging collaborations that resonate deeply with local cultures and values. This approach isn't just about expanding geographically, it's about embedding themselves into diverse lifestyles and narratives, making luxury watches relevant to a broader, more varied audience than ever before. Luxury goes digital to win the next generation. Digital isn't just a trend, it's the new storefront for luxury watches. Having a slick online presence has shifted from luxury to necessity. E-commerce isn't just a backdoor for sales, it's front and center, offering up a buffet of choices and convenience that traditional stores struggle to match. Brands are pulling all stops, deploying augmented reality so you can virtually try watches on your wrist from your couch, and peppering their social media with stories that showcase their heritage and finesse. It's all about crafting an online persona that's as compelling as the physical one. As we gear up for watches and wonders, the buzz is not just about luxury, but accessibility. In a nod to the shifting economic winds and consumer priorities, 2025 might see brands like Omega dusting off the quartz playbook once more, perhaps making luxury a tick more affordable. Back in the day, Omega's Quartz Seamaster 300M was a gateway for many into the luxury world. Today, the winds might be favorable for a quartz revival as brands seek to charm those who are wallet-conscious but still want a taste of the high life. And let's not forget Tudor, who's been cleverly placing quality but affordable movements into their watches, proving that you don't need to break the bank to sport some serious style. Then there's the Swatch and Omega Moonswatch saga, plastic and quartz, yet it flew off the shelves faster than you can say luxury for less. It was a masterclass in how affordable can still be desirable, widening the net to capture a broader audience. As we cruise into 2025, the luxury watch market is riding some serious waves. Retail's in a slump, the grey market's doing somersaults, and China isn't the hungry consumer it used to be. Watch brands are lacing up their sneakers, embracing direct sales, revisiting quartz, and courting new fans. Make sure you're in on the action. Subscribe to Opulent Oasis. Hit the like and bell for notifications. In this sea of change, adaptability isn't just a perk, it's crucial. The watch world is spinning fast, and it's a spectacle to see which brands will sink and which will sail. See you on the next luxury voyage.